Well, hello. Just want to throw out one simple idea for this short video clip, and it's simply this. Most of us know that when you're working for somebody, there's a time, maybe annually or semi-annually, where you have a feedback session, where you come in there and the person tells you all the stuff, they rate you and they tell you all the stuff that you did right or wrong, or areas that you need to improve and all that kind of stuff. And that's kind of the old school mindset. Let me throw out this. There's a term out there that it's not so much feedback, but feed forward. And it's an interesting idea, and I wanted to just kind of throw that out to you today. The aspect about feed forward means, hey, here's where we're going, and here's something you may want to work on. That's an approach I take when I'm evaluating pilots and flight crews on a daily basis. Here's something you want to work on as you go for here. It's not just whether you did okay today, but in the environment in the future that you're going into, what might you want to work on? How's that going? What's that doing? And that can also fit in the aspect of setting expectations. And I have actually a tool that's very good on setting expectations with people, but a big part of setting expectations is when the leader comes in and coaches the people as they're going for that expectation. Keep in mind that when you think about this, it's not just about telling them what they did right, telling them what they did wrong, and sort of putting your thumb on their throat to push if they don't get it right. Are there times when you've got to let an employee go? Yes. As a leader, there are times when you have to do that. I had one of our instructors come up to me one time and was asking for my help and some advice and all this. And I shared with him some things he could work on and all that. But one of the things I also told him is I said, now understanding whether you work on it, that's your call. But there does come a time when the leader has to make a call. And where are you when that case happens? That's the way most people think. And let's face it, there are times when that must occur. However, in the process well before that, are you giving feed forward or feedback? Yes, there can be aspects where you say, hey, this didn't go quite as well. This could have been done differently. But it's one thing to just say, this could have been done differently. It's a whole other thing to say, next time that comes up, how are you going to handle it? What are you going to do? What are you going to think about? What did you not notice? And what are you going to look for next time maybe that comes on the scene? It's the aspect of feed forward, which as you go into the next 50 years of business, it's not going to be the way it was 70 years ago, where it's just, I'm going to come in and tell you what I like, what you're doing, and I'm going to beat you up if you're not, kind of thing. It's feed forward. What do we as a team need to work on? By the way, as a leader, what do I need to be aware of that I'm not today? And that's for all of us, this aspect of feed forward based on the vision of where we're going and what we want to become. In one book, it talks about, and it came to pass. In fact, you'll see that phrase sometimes, a lot of times in various books, various novels, and things like that. But it's interesting to realize that when you think of the phrase, and it came to pass, it came to pass. It didn't come to stay. It didn't come to build a home. It didn't come to build a nest. It came to pass. So when things come on stage today, how are we and our team and the members of my team, how are we going to get beyond that? How are we going to let it pass and do something different? How am I going to do something different as a leader? So when you think about this aspect of feedback, think more in terms of feed forward. Are there times where you got to say, hey, this is how we work good? Yep. Are there times when you got to say, here's what we need to be better on going forward? Yep. But that's a feed forward concept. This is what we need to become as we're going. And do we know how we're going to get there? So I simply leave you with that one idea today, the aspect of feed forward rather than feedback. That's going to make you better prepared for the next 50 years. I leave that with you for today. So look around your organization today and see what you see. See what you hear. And think about it in that context.